Aloha, this is Pamela Timput with the Maui Chamber of Commerce, and we are with House of Representative District 9 candidate Jeff Hoylman, who the Maui Chamber of Commerce has endorsed. And I know that Jeff has been hearing from a lot of small businesses with concerns about general excise tax. Jeff, can you share with us some of the things that you're learning on how a general excise tax increase is impacting small businesses?
Well, yes, I can, and I'd be glad to, Pam, because a lot of people seem to be just ignoring this issue. But there's a lot of businesses out there, small businesses especially. You know, most people think that whenever you implement a tax, it is immediately passed on to the consumer and just passed down the food chain. Well, that don't all necessarily happen all the time, because recently I spoke to one of my constituents who happens to be a small business owner, and they expressed grave concern for these increases in taxes. Because what happens is this particular individual had long-term contracts. So when any small business, which they feel fortunate to get a long-term contract, because then they're like, okay, we've secured our revenue for a given time, like a year or two or 6 months or whatever it may be. So they've projected their income and they've balanced their budgets and their spending and everything according to that. Well, then when suddenly bills just come up through the legislation process and there's an increase in taxes, well, now these people can no longer increase on the downstream side of it. So that means that everything that they're being charged is directly taken away from any profit, whatever small profit there was, and even going into a negative numbers. This could force a business into bankruptcy. That's why we got to watch when we start these increases. We got to consider people that are locked in on contracts and how it affects them. So it's more of a kaleidoscope of small businesses and their needs. It's not just raise taxes and let them worry about how they're going to pass it on to the consumer. In some cases, they cannot. And this is a problem that's hurting a lot of them.
Thank you, Jeff.